Beach towel, will it DTF? Let's find out. Now I've purposefully chosen these Turkish towels. Think of like a sand cloud towel, that's the name brand. These are an inexpensive kind of dupe off of Amazon, but these don't have like the pile, and like a terrycloth towel or some more absorbent beach towels tend to have like fibers that stick up. It's called a pile, and that tends to hinder the ability of like a transfer to stick to it. These, however, are kind of smooth. They're like a little bit of a texture, but they're mostly smooth. So I think these are gonna work pretty great. So I've got some fun little graphics here, nothing crazy, good vibes only, make waves, and a bunch of beach stuff that I love. So let's throw this into the heat press and see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna kind of put this graphic kind of toward the top of the beach towel, or what I'm gonna consider the top of the beach towel. Let's do a quick press just to get some of the wrinkles out. I don't always recommend pre-pressing, but when you're doing weird stuff, generally a really good idea to kind of pre-press if you can. It also tests the product for color fastness, like if it's gonna be a problem in the heat press. And of course, your boy went way too big on his graphic. Well, I made a 22-inch graphic on my 20-inch heat press. So let me find the middle. I pressed the crease out that was in the middle. All right, let's put it right there. I'm gonna back it up to get that side pressed first. So let's do that. Press it. All right, and let's shift it down. Whoop, it's hot, everything's hot, and it's sliding. Oh no. Okay, let's press the other side of it. Now my daughter has a sand cloud towel, and this is definitely a lower quality for sure. All right, let's see if we peel. Okay, I was afraid of this. I can't really see the graphic. I made it white. I should have gone with some color, but I was afraid the color was gonna blend weird with these. The other thing is that I can see, even though I used 100% white on this, I can see the pattern behind it. And that happens often when you have a patterned material under your DTF. Actually, you know what? I might have reduced the underbase on this to make it softer, because that's what I was going for. I was going for a softer hand feel on this. But let's do T-seal on this one, since it is a simple kind of fabric that's laying generally pretty flat. Let's grab our T-seal, just make it a little bit softer. Give it that extra little something, something. Okay, there's section 1. Pull that up. And section 2. I do know that the brand Super Soft has these sand cloud dupe towels. I saw them at DTF Expo, and my wife was able to get one of them. So I do know that these are available to buy in bulk if you wanted to. I'm gonna do the other one real quick, and then we'll head off to Mexico. Yeah, I should have done some more bold colors, like some blacks or something like that in here. But I was trying to make it a little softer, which was successful. This is quite soft. But I don't have time to reprint these in a different color, so, because I got a plane to catch to Mexico, so I'll see you there in a second. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I really wish I would have done some darker, more bold graphics, because this worked really, really well. It's super soft, loved laying on him. Obviously I didn't get a lot of B-roll. I got sick toward the end of vacation, so I didn't quite get to do the normal wrap up there that I wanted to do. To answer the question, beach towel, will it DTF? The answer is absolutely yes. Again, I mentioned it earlier, if it's got some like really long fibers or high pile like a terrycloth towel, it probably won't work as well, but these Turkish type towels worked super, super great. If there's something you've wondered, will it DTF? Do me a favor and comment below what product or what thing you've wanted to try DTFing on, and I'll give it a shot and release a video on our trials, our successes, or our failures. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.